I might be revealing a secret and they might fix this problem, but that's again how I cheat the system and how I avoid paying for a subscription with Rocket Reach. Let's get into section 3, the actual email, the pitch, the thing that's going to either make or break this potential partnership. The subject line, super important, because that is the first thing that they are going to see. Make it stand out. 2 different formats that I have done are, one, I've said partnership opportunity, my username, and then times brand. I've done that as a subject line and that works really well. Or I've also just done my username times brand. So either or has worked for me really well. And also if I'm reaching out for something very specific, like, I don't know, holiday partnerships or a travel partnership, I will include that in the title as well so that they kind of really know right off the bat what that email is going to be about. So for paragraph 1 in your email, you're going to want to introduce yourself, where you are located, what type of influencer you are, and make sure to hyperlink yourself again so that they know where to find you. They can easily click and it will be redirected to your main platform, mine being Instagram. Say literally like a 2-sentence introduction, like, hi there, my name is vanessamferraiolo and I'm a PA-based fashion and lifestyle influencer. I am reaching out about the opportunity to work together on some upcoming content, something like that, I don't know. And then sign off that little paragraph with, for more information about me, my stats, analytics, things like that, check out my media kit attached below, or you can link it there as well. That's what I usually start off by saying, something very brief, gives a little bit of information about me, but again, if they want to know more about me, they can head to my media kit, which is where all of the meat is going to be. They don't really care about you. They don't. What they care about is why working together is going to be beneficial for them. So then moving on to paragraph 2, that is where you are going to kind of bring up the relation that you have with the brand. So maybe you've been wearing that brand since high school. Whatever kind of relation you have to the brand, include that in the very first sentence of that second paragraph. Or if you have a specific product that you want to talk about that you've been using for years, or even if you haven't, because obviously not every single time you reach out to a brand, you will have used their products or shopped with their brand before. So, and that is totally fine. Maybe you've just seen the brand over Instagram, or you follow them for a really long time. You've seen other people wear a lot of the clothing from that brand. Just whatever it is, bring up whatever kind of relation you have to that brand and make it seem convincing. Just be very honest and just say, you know, I've been following your brand on Instagram for 2 years or so, or I've been following for a few months and really can relate to your brand's values and mission and blah blah blah, or really love their fashion forward trendy style, like, and think it aligns with your style, something along those lines. But make it seem convincing, because you want to convince them that it is worth their time to be even reading your email. In that second paragraph, I'll start off with that, and then we'll kind of segue into why working together would be beneficial. So I'll bring up my stats. My audience demographics aligns with their target market and their style, and this is why we'd be a great fit. So I always include some sort of stats. It just depends on what I am specifically talking about and the brand that I'm reaching out to, but stats are super important, and because I'm including those, I will always bold those just so they stand out more than anything else. The third paragraph is where I kind of briefly say, this is how I plan to support your brand, and I will mention, kind of the idea that I have. So whether it's a very specific idea I have, or maybe it's just that if it's a clothing brand, I want to style some of their pieces in my upcoming content for winter fashion, for example. And I'll tell them exactly where I plan to promote this content, and again, we'll hyperlink those platforms as well. Then the last thing is just signing off with, looking forward to chatting soon, looking forward to hearing from you, something like that. Obviously sign your name. Again, hyperlink that as well, and include your media kit attached or linked in your email as well. So that's the email. Don't sugarcoat anything. Don't beef yourself up. We aren't talking about you. We are talking about what you can provide for the brand and why that brand would want to even work with you or why they are even spending their time to read your email. Trust me, just get rid of all of the information about you and how great you are. They don't care. They want to know what benefit working together is going to bring to them. That's the most honest way to put it. So we have made it to the last kind of section, which is follow-ups, which are super important, and if you are not doing those already, you need to be doing them. I once heard back in business school that following up with a contact once a week for about 3 to 4 times is kind of like the best thing to do. I would say a week is a pretty good time. You can do like a few days if it's a pressing issue, but the thing with following up within a few days of that initial email is just that you don't want to seem needy, you don't want to be annoying. So I give them typically a week. I personally always set out a day throughout the week that's typically on a Tuesday. Mondays are typically the days where they are catching up. They're coming back to a ton of emails most likely. So Tuesday I feel like is a pretty good day for reaching out. I also always try to reach out early in the morning. I am on the East Coast, so a lot of these brands are based on the West Coast, so I do have some leverage with, you know, reaching out at an early time, but it's very early for them on the West Coast. So even if you can't do that because maybe you have another job or something that restricts you from reaching out and taking an hour or two out of your day to do all of this outreach, I also try and do most of it on a Tuesday, and I'll try to do, you know, 10 plus outreach emails. But if you have sort of constraint that you cannot do that early in the morning, I would highly recommend drafting your email some other time throughout the week when it works for you, and scheduling. Scheduling, why wouldn't you use that? It's a thing, it's an option, they give it to you. Why wouldn't you use it? So schedule out your emails to be sent out for 10 a.m. or 8 a.m. on a Tuesday if you cannot do them like right in that moment. Like I said, I will follow up if I have not heard back that following Tuesday. I will start off with my follow-ups. I'll refer back to my list of contacts, and we'll go through and see all of the highlighted contacts with those brands, and we'll know that they have not responded to my email yet. We'll go back and follow up with them. My follow-up is simply just, hi, you know, just following up on my previous email, looking forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, just let me know. Very simple, very, very simple. The reason why I say 3 to 4 times is pretty good is just because sometimes I do not get an email back until that 4th reply. And if you spend all of this time gathering all of this research, reaching out to them, taking the time out of your day to do that, it's worth a try to at least just continuously follow up with them, because who knows, your email could just be getting lost in their inbox. It does not hurt to at least try to follow up just a few times. You might be thinking, what happens if I don't get a reply after following up those 3 to 4 times? Well, I will either, you know, go back and reevaluate if I'm reaching out to the right person, might try and find a new contact, a point of contact to reach out to. If I do strongly believe I have the correct email, I might wait a few months to then send out a fresh new email later down the road. Don't give up, don't get discouraged, just keep on trying, or keep trying a different point of contact. Sometimes I even just try. If I cannot find an email whatsoever, I'll just try PR at the brand and see if that's a valid email. And if I ever do reach out, which I do reach out over Instagram to a brand, if I am having trouble finding a direct point of contact, I would just not rely on that. But if you are sending out a DM to a brand, I keep it very brief. I just do a quick intro. I'm reaching out about, you know, working together on XYZ content. If you could please provide the best point of contact to reach out to for this opportunity, that would be great. Just keeping it super simple and asking if they can give you their direct point of contact rather than bringing up this partnership via Instagram DMs. It's just a lot easier and a lot more organized to keep everything over on email. So that's why I always ask for a specific point of contact or a specific email I can reach out to. And sometimes they might ask for my contact information and will say we will reach out to you. Or if there's no opportunities, then I just send over my email and will say, reach out to me if anything arises in the future. So those are all my tips on pitching your first initial email to a brand. I hope this helps you guys. If you want this to be continued onto kind of like negotiations, so what happens after the first initial email, whether you get response that's declined or you get a response that's like, okay, great, like we're looking to move further with this partnership, what happens next. So if you want me to do a video like that, I can definitely do that as the next part in this series. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a huge thumbs up if it helped you out. I literally spilled it all. And if you have any more questions, you can reach out to me via email, Instagram. Everything is linked in the description box below. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time.